Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Story English Hub. This is the channel where you practice English through real-life stories and powerful lessons. Today, I want to share something very personal. My true story of how I went from zero to fluent in just 1 year. It wasn't easy, and honestly, it took more sacrifice than I ever imagined. But it changed my life, and if you're serious, it can change yours too. When I say I started from zero, I mean it. At the beginning, I couldn't introduce myself without freezing. My pronunciation was off, my vocabulary was tiny, and listening to native speakers felt impossible. I remember trying to watch a simple show in English and feeling completely lost. That frustration was heavy, but I told myself, 1 year of sacrifice is worth a lifetime of fluency. So I built a routine that was almost like training for a marathon. Every day, no excuses, I dedicated at least 3 to 4 hours to English. That wasn't one big block. It was broken into different activities throughout the day. Listening while driving, shadowing while walking, reading before bed. My life became English from morning to night. Listening was the foundation. I listened to podcasts, YouTube videos, and even the news in English for hours. At first, I didn't understand more than 30%, but I forced myself to keep going. Over time, my brain began to catch phrases, rhythms, and intonation. Listening became my daily gym for the ears. The second strategy that changed everything was shadowing. This means repeating everything you hear in real time, like an echo. It feels silly at first, but it forces your mouth and brain to move together. I walked around my house repeating podcasts, copying movies word for word, trying to match the accent, rhythm, and energy. Some days my throat hurt from talking so much, but my progress was obvious. I also created an English-only environment. That meant changing my phone to English, writing my to-do lists in English, even thinking in English as much as I could. I stopped consuming content in my native language, music, movies, books. Everything switched to English. It was uncomfortable at first, but it accelerated my growth like nothing else. Speaking was still the hardest part. I knew I couldn't just wait until I felt ready, so I forced myself to speak every single day. I recorded voice messages, joined online language exchanges, and even spoke out loud to myself in the mirror. I didn't care if it sounded awkward. I cared about building the habit. My rule was simple. Every day, my mouth must produce English. Of course, there were sacrifices. I gave up many evenings of relaxing with friends. I spent weekends in libraries instead of at parties. I woke up earlier than usual just to get 1 extra hour of listening or shadowing before work. It wasn't glamorous, but it was necessary. The truth is, fluency in 1 year isn't about talent. It's about discipline and time. And yes, there were days when I hated it. I felt stuck, frustrated, and tired. But on those days, I reminded myself, if I quit now, I'll waste everything I've already invested. That thought kept me moving forward. After 6 months, I noticed a transformation. My listening had skyrocketed. I could finally follow conversations in podcasts or movies without subtitles. My speaking was still broken, but I could express ideas. At 9 months, shadowing made my pronunciation smoother, and I started sounding more natural. By 12 months, I could have conversations without thinking too much. I wasn't perfect, but I was fluent enough to live my life in English. Looking back, I realized fluency didn't come from a secret method. It came from a combination of consistent listening, shadowing, speaking daily, writing in English, and sacrificing time for the language. Every day added a brick, and after a year, I had built a strong foundation. So here's my message. If you want fluency in 1 year, be ready to work like it's a second job. Fill your ears with English. Copy what you hear. Speak every single day. Change your environment. And most of all, don't give up when it gets hard, because it will. Now I want to ask you, would you be willing to sacrifice a year of your life for fluency? How many hours a day are you practicing right now? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Story English Hub. Remember, consistency beats talent. The best time to start is today.